And welcome back to Movie Nerds. My name is Tom. Everybody, happy Veterans Day. I want to give a shout out to all the veterans who served and still serving to protect our country, and those who have passed in the past, who have passed on, who have died for the freedom that we have here in this country. But today we are going to talk about a lot of death, a lot of cool stuff. Come join us. Once again, welcome to my channel. Let's get this out of the way. Please don't forget to subscribe to Movie Nerds. I actually had a new subscriber today. It was email notification saying that somebody subscribed to my channel. Thank you for that person. First of all, Dave, he is actually in the military. And happy Veterans Day, my friend. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Today we're going to be reviewing Andor and Wakanda Forever, aka Black Panther 2. Dave saw it yesterday. I saw it on Thursday. We haven't talked to each other about it, so this is going to be interesting. And so, but let's get right into it. Andor, episode 10, or is it 11? No, 10.
10.
10. One Way Out, folks. I remember last week I said that was the best episode.
Did this one top it?
This one is even better for one scene and one scene only, and that is the monologue by Skarsgård at the end. It is let me declare this. It is the best monologue in Star Wars history. I can't find any other monologue that per individual that was so powerful, so heartbroken, and was delivered in the manner of perfection. That scene is so awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Stellan Skarsgård's performance in that, like, I don't know that anybody could have delivered that monologue any better than he could have.
And it wasn't like he just said it. He started off very soft, very calm, and the tension kept going, and then at the end he said everything, like he yelled, and I was like, holy Moses. That is awesome. And then the other scene that I love in this episode, and it's the one with Mothma, what's her name? I can never say it.
Mon Mothma.
Mothma, and sitting with those two guys. That's some Game of Thrones crap right there, dude.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that when that dude got up after asking her, your daughter's going to marry my son, and then we're going to go from there. And he gets up and she says, I'm not going to entertain that thought.
He said something like, I'll let you think about it.
She's he said, yeah, I'm not. And then he said, that's the only thing that you lied today.
Something
Like,
And this is a culture that we've never really seen in Star Wars.
Yeah, because she was a result of that type of marriage.
Yeah.
So she understands
that as a teenager.
Yeah. So she knows it's not that great for her daughter. And I mean, dang, that's some hard crap, man. Like to dealing your daughter. That's some Game of Thrones stuff right there, folks.
Yeah.
That was my other favorite scene. Like everything else, we know that it was going to be time to break out of prison. We didn't know how it was going to go. I love the fact that one of the guy that at the end of the episode that he was running away with, he was in Rogue One. He was one of the soldiers that was part of on the beach.
Oh, man, I'm gonna have to go watch that again.
Yeah, it's cool. And he's one of the, not the main guy, but secondary main guy. And he has a line in the movie there. So it's cool that they got the same guy to come back. And now you see the relationship that they have.
He was in like 3 episodes, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the first 3 episodes. Now he's going to be with them until Rogue One. Whether he be on the show or not, but he would be working together, be an ally. And so there's nothing wrong with this episode. Heartbroke that the fact that Andy Serkis' character can't swim. But he didn't die. We never see him die. Yeah. So we might see him come back somehow.
I sure hope so. I hope they cast Andy Serkis for it can't be 3 episodes. We gotta have more.
And the way his character did a 180 ever since he met Cassian, he did a 180 on how his perspective of that place is. And hey, Cassio, he converted him. They realized, I'm gonna die here.
Yeah.
Let's just take my chance. And everybody, that was a great scene.
And he quoted what Cassian said to him earlier was, I'd rather die. What was it? It was good. I'd rather die trying to take them down than die giving them what they want.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, his monologue was awesome too.
That was a good one. Yeah.
But the thing is this. But the thing
I liked how it started like weak. He's like, "That's the best you got," and that was what I was thinking too. That was my exact thought. And he's like, "That's all you have? Come on!" And then he slowly rolls and builds and gets more passionate.
But if it wasn't,
but it was the same kind of tone as
Luther didn't have that monologue at the end, that would have been a very powerful one, because it was powerful and it was great. And so, anything else? What did you think of the episode?
I really liked it, and I think it's definitely the top of the series so far. I did have one gripe, just because I'm nitpicking.
I'm
only doing it to nitpick. There's not really anything wrong with this. It's just the chant of one way out, one way out, one way out. I didn't really like that. It didn't really work for me. But I mean, I get it. Like, if you're imprisoned and there's absolutely no way out, and you're like rallying all of a revolution, a prison break, and especially if you're imprisoned unjustified, your imprisonment is unjustified, which is the case for all of them.
Yeah.
Right? So they rally together, and that's what's bringing them together, is one way out, one way out. So I get why they chanted it. It just felt it was a little bit cheesy for me. Other than that, I have no other gripes, no other complaints about the episode.
I didn't even think about it, but I guess I can see how cheesy that could be.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, folks, it's gonna be a short, because it's really, you have to see the episode. Like, I can't really express how that monologue of that scene, how great it was. It's just, oh man.
Yeah.
It's so great.
And it was, because he was still monologuing when they cut to the very last scene of them running.
Yes.
Too, which I thought was good. That was really good direction. Really good cinematography. So, trying to think of anything else. Man,
nothing else. It was good.
It was good.
And I'm excited for the next two episodes.
2 more episodes.
So, anyways, folks, go check it out. And Andor episode 10, I think, is the best episode so far, just because of that one scene. And we learned something. There's a new guy in play, and oh, dude, that okay. Let's talk about the elevator scene when he went up to meet Luther.
Yeah,
he said, "How's your kid? You have a new boy."
Like, oh, that's not fair.
Oh my!
That you know that. Like, how connected is Luthen?
He is connected. And it's crazy that he's working for him, but he's kind of threatening him.
Yeah.
Like, holy,
but that kind of built to the monologue, right?
Yes, it does. Because he's hard. He has to be ruthless. He has to be the way he is. And so
sacrifices
one of my favorite
characters,
that line that he says, like, I sacrifice something that I will never see the sun, or something like it was.
Yeah,
it's so powerful, man. Like, oh, I need to go back and watch it again. But anyways, hold on. Okay, got a text, but go check it out. Episode 10. It is great, and this show keeps getting better and better. And I'm excited how the season's gonna end, and so we'll find out. Let's move on. What we're here for? Not really, but no. Wakanda Forever. This is the sequel to Black Panther. Let me get it out. I was not a big fan of the first one. I thought the CGI fight was like the Matrix.
That was cheesy.
The Matrix was back in 2000 something, folks. We're in 2000 and some already. So, and I didn't like the Matrix. I didn't like the fact that certain character rise up to the throne so quickly. Like, T'Challa had his whole life to work, but all of a sudden this guy shows up. Hey, I'm gonna be king. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a little too much, too easy for that. So I was never a big fan of the first one. I'm not a big fan of the second one. And I don't hate the film. I thought the film was okay. Look, I was looking forward to this film because it is the last phase of or last movie of phase 4. So I thought there's going to be something that maybe something like huge, like that connected
Some
to
big reveal to connect the rest of it. Yeah.
nothing exciting, nothing groundbreaking. The movie was fine.
Yeah.
I
The tone of it was different than the first
tone,
one.
it was more, of course it was a little bit more serious in this one than the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Performance wise, everybody was great, especially Angela, what's her name, the queen.
The Queen, yes, I had the
uh
same thought. She great
Powerful,
performance.
great performance, and
You
you
could feel
believe
her emotions.
because she lost all her kids. And so,
Yeah.
well, she didn't lose Sherry, but she felt like she did at that moment, and we knew she wasn't going to lose. I was very. Oh, by the way, folks, before we move forward, this is a spoiler review.
Spoiler review. Yeah, good point.
So if you haven't seen the movie, stop now, and come back. That being said, I didn't expect her to die.
Neither did I.
I didn't expect her to die like that.
Yeah.
I was very surprised, but it makes sense as the movie went on. I should have caught it. I usually do, but not. I was just into it. But I was very surprised that they killed her off, and so I thought that was very emotional, very powerful. I don't have much to talk. The fighting was
Some of it
sometimes,
was too close, a lot of cuts.
and it wasn't for me. I was underwhelmed with this movie. Very underwhelmed. I had an expectation that something was going to be a little bit more bigger, but man, I thought it was okay. So
Yeah.
let's talk about what you like about the movie. We'll go into the gripes because I got a lot.
What I liked, I mean, the whole tone of the movie is a memorial for Chadwick Boseman, which I thought they did a good job. I thought that was great.
Can I say something really quick? I thought the beginning was perfect.
Oh yeah, no music.
Yeah, it
in
was
the
like
background.
Let's have a moment of silence for him, and everything the Marvel the logo had his montage.
Oh yeah, all
of
shots
him.
of Black Panther, all the shots from Black Panther
Beautiful
appearances in the MCU. Beautiful. Yeah, it was great.
That was beautiful. Go ahead, sorry.
And then the ending where, because that's the only time Shuri cries, is the very end of the movie when she burns the ceremonial robes, and she actually sheds a tear in memory of her brother and her mother. So I liked that. I liked her arc in the movie. Some of it was kind of rushed.
Oh, the whole movie was rushed, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot that was rushed.
And there's at least 15 minutes that could have been cut from the movie.
I liked, yeah. Oh yeah. Another thing I liked the way that they depicted Namor moving through the air.
I thought he was
really cool. Yeah, I really liked the way that character moved and the choreography of
his backstory was just like kind of like Magneto, if you really think about it. A lot of suffering. Yeah. So it's the same.
They completely changed from the source material.
Yeah, I know.
So it's a completely different character than
not everybody
so,
liked it. I don't mind it. I thought he was good.
Yeah, yeah, and it's completely different. Like the character is over like 400 years old, almost 400 years old, something like that, or over 400 years.
Over
like
400, yeah.
Yeah, so he's over 400 years old, and his origin story from his powers comes from the same source as the
Vibranium.
Black Panther's source of power. So they wrote it to relate to and make it a parallel, or I guess an opposite of the Black Panther, which is exactly what Marvel has been doing forever.
But there's a contradiction to that, though. He mentioned himself that he was a mutant. He said it.
Oh yeah, I became a mutant, is what he said.
That's not how you became a mutant. That's not how mutant works, though. So they gotta clean that up, because I think there's a contradiction there. There's a different. Does that mean Black Panther is a mutant?
Because of Yeah,
because of
yeah.
vibranium. And so it's kind of like, well, that doesn't make
Yeah,
any
I feel
sense.
like there were a lot of plot holes
Oh yeah.
with Namor, with his powers, with his origin in this. And then they don't do anything with Atlantis, which is the character's back. So are we getting into gripes now? Are we doing that?
Sure. Is there anything else you like?
I felt like the tone of the movie was good.
Uh-huh.
I liked that. The cinematography was pretty good. I would just say that the choreography was definitely lackluster.
Oh yeah.
They should have spent more time on it, I think. And I think they were focused a little. I don't mean to complain about memorializing someone, because I've heard great things about Chadwick Boseman's character,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
think they sacrificed a little of the quality by
Mm-hmm.
doing that, of what it could have been.
Could have been. Yep. Okay, let's talk about. I had an issue a lot with this movie. After seeing this movie, they should have. I honestly think now, because at first I was on board with Shuri being the Black Panther.
You think they should have recast?
They should
T'Challa?
recast it. They should recast it because the
Yeah.
story the story was weak. That's one of the point of the movie.
Yeah.
Everybody heard that this is like a great story writing. Nah, man, that her struggle to me was something that I don't think anybody could how to say it. She I'm not trying to make it light. It's just it sucked. It sucked that you lose the brother and stuff. But it's just that her character never really kind of like grow up to be able to feel that way. Or maybe the death of her brother changed her in that perspective. But for me, as a view, I looked at her as this geeky mechanic girl who is smart and stuff. I don't see her as a leader. I don't see her as a Black Panther.
Yeah.
That's
but
one thing.
They made her they made her try to be diplomatic.
Yeah,
it
didn't work. My other gripe is, so you telling me that she can survive and Killmonger can't survive? She got stabbed right in the stomach.
Pretty much the same.
And Killmonger got stabbed and he dies and she doesn't. And that's the part I'm like, wait, where's the consistency in that? Another gripe that I have is this. I don't like the fact that they gave her a struggle, that she's struggling to cope with the death of her brother. That is understandable. But then you go and gave her another struggle, another inner struggle between her when she saw
Killmonger in the
yeah. What? Wait. Why are you and then now she's gonna be like him? So now she struggles with letting go.
There's
of her
a lot
brother.
of flip-flopping of his character.
And my other thing is, how did he get there? She didn't. Yeah. It makes no sense because she's angry because they're alike. That's bull. Because what's his name? The first Black, I can't say his name.
T'Challa.
T'Challa. He was angry at his dad, but he still saw his dad.
Yeah.
So it made no sense for them to go to him, Killmonger, and then all of a sudden at the end, while she's ready to kill him, like now the mom came. Now the mom comes like, no. That's the part where I said you should have cut that 10, 15 minutes. They should have just had her go to her mom and just be the end of that.
Yeah.
Because what's his name made no sense to me why he was there. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, I think they complicated the story. They sacrificed quality of the story for this character, which
and my other thing is it's like, I guarantee you they should have recast. And I feel like because Ryan Coogler wrote the script for Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, before he
died. They should have just kept that and just recast. I get it. He died. He's great. But again, folks, James Bond has been recast many times. Superman has been recast. It's not about Superman. It's not about the person who plays it.
It's not about the character, or it's not about the actor. It's about the character.
Character.
And
that's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, look at the only other example that I can think of is Dumbledore.
Yeah.
So he played in the first two, and then they recast him in the third one.
And they changed him a little bit, though. They changed his character.
It's just the actor's portrayal of the character, which is to be expected because he's a different actor.
But the thing is, I like the later Dumbledore better because he was more like, I don't know. The
It,
first
it
two
grew on
Dumbledore.
me 5, 6, and 7, 5
Oh,
or 6, 7, and 8. Those last 3 movies, that character really grew on me.
I love that too. So, any gripes you have?
Any gripes I have that we haven't discussed?
Yeah.
So again, a lot of it was rushed. The development of what's her name, Williams, what's her name? The MIT
Ironheart.
student,
Ironheart.
Ironheart. The development of her tech was rushed. There was that character's arc was so rushed in this.
And here's the thing. One more thing before they go. This is the MCU seems to do this, and they don't. For some reason, they haven't learned yet. They suffer because they're trying to set up other shows. There was two storylines in this movie that made no sense to be in it. What's her name? The girl Val. Why bring her in?
Yeah.
It made no sense. And Mark Freeman's character plays no part in this.
Yeah,
he's a throwaway. Like he doesn't belong in the movie. Every time he's on the screen with Val, it's a different movie. It makes no sense. And
by throwing these characters in, they overcomplicated it.
Yes, and they're trying to set up other shows, and that's what it suffered. Like Loki, the season finale, it suffered because they were trying to set up the world. The same thing with Wakanda Forever it suffered because they're trying so many different plots to be able to start other shows going forward. And so, anyway, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so that was one of my gripes. Is it's throwing that character in and just it just felt so forced and rushed. The resolution between the fight of Sherry's fight and Namor's fight rushed. Like, okay, I yield. This whole movie, your entire 400 years of existence, you've been upset with the surface dwellers, and suddenly you have a knife at your throat, and you're like, I'll yield.
Well, it's that stupid lines like we have to save our people. You were willing to sacrifice the entire nation to wipe out Wakanda. But then Sherry says this one line that she said in the beginning when she went into the and now you yield. Like, what? Like, she said it before. Now you're doing it again?
So, there were a lot of things that were inorganic about this movie. It just didn't feel natural. It didn't feel organically driven by the characters or by the greater MCU even.
Yeah.
Because a lot of some of these movies, they're built on what the MCU has already done.
Yeah.
And they fit in. I don't know that Phase 4 as a whole, I'm just trying to figure out what they're doing.
What's going on with the hand and the head popping out of the earth, folks? No one's talking about
right. And that's nowhere in any other movies in Phase 4.
No one sees the head.
No one acknowledges it. No one talks about it.
The government
What is happening?
The government has no idea. They know who's Black Panther is, but they have no idea the big head and the big hand.
Yeah, no one's investigating it. No one's mentioning it. They're worried about sudden appearance of vibranium in the ocean, and so. Anyways,
anything else?
No, this was better than the first one. I feel like I do think it was.
I thought the first one was better.
Do you?
I just think
maybe it was the tone. Maybe it was the tone. I like the tone better than the first one.
I think the story and the pacing and the continuity of the movie itself made more sense in the first one than the second one, because the second one throws in that two plot that's going to start a new show, Ironheart and Val and her.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of like what
it's more complicated. Like they overcomplicated it in this one. I think it's the tone that I do like more than the.
I do like the tone. It was
appropriate for what they were doing.
It's different from Thor: Love and Thunder. It's different than Doctor Strange. It's kind of more of what the MCU tone is, and so we're back at that pace. Let's talk about the post-credit scene really quick. What a cheap way to keep T'Challa. I can't say his name.
T'Challa
in the MCU. Just recast, folks.
Yeah,
you don't have to do it this way. But now we got that name still stuck in the MCU, and it's kind of like, what, really? Whatever. I thought it was weak. So let's
so they're gonna next time that T'Challa character is in there, they're gonna skip 10 years ahead and make him the Black Panther.
Yep.
And it's not going to be the Black Panther's not going to be King of Wakanda anymore. Is that what the deal is? Or but he is though. He
He
is
is.
heir to the throne, I
So,
guess. Um,
but by
I don't know,
bloodline, that's how it
by
works, I believe.
bloodline.
Yeah.
But then he'd need to challenge whoever is, which M'Baku, the
M'Baku,
Jabari
okay.
dude.
First of all, he's such a good character. He was
I
a
liked that
waste.
character.
I liked it, but he was a
Yeah,
waste.
yeah,
There was nothing to him to do. There's a couple of scene he fights and that's it. Like
yeah.
it's just kind of a weak. And then what's her name? Like after she lost Sherry, she stripped her of her, but she comes
Oh
back.
yeah, out of anger. Yeah,
Yeah, she comes
as
back
well,
as
whatever that character was.
yeah.
I don't know that. I didn't like that.
What?
I didn't like the costume design. It was weird.
It was really weird. It was really
It's
weird.
weird. It's very alien. That's, I mean, that you look at it, it looks alien.
Yeah. Now I do wonder going forward how this is going to impact the MCU, like Namor and his people, how that's going to work, and so we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Let's give this a score. Wakanda Forever out of 10. What do you give this movie?
God, I'm gonna go with the 6.5.
Six and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
You're very generous, my friend. I'm
I
giving this a
am.
5.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
giving this a 5. That movie was okay. A 5 out of 10. That's just a C. It's out of 10, and so it's an okay movie. Look. All movie we all see movies different
They're
perspective.
subjective. Yep. They're subjective.
Like I posted Turning Red, how much I hated and offended. Everybody comes at my throat. Like
So, yeah, I commented on that because I when I listened to your review when you reviewed it, what was it, last year?
Yeah.
I thought that you liked it.
I liked it. But I find it very offensive.
Okay.
The mom. And I don't care if I get it. The director went through this, but I can guarantee you her mom didn't do that. That's just
Right,
entertainment. That's just an entertainment purposes to make us laugh. There's nothing. Everybody said inspiration. Everybody said, "Oh, based on a true story." Not everything is 100% accurate, folks. When it says based on a true story,
Turning Red is as based on the director's life as Rings of Power is based on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, because for me it's very offensive, because why not make a white mom do that, or a black mom do that?
Yeah,
or
generational
mom.
Generational shame is in every culture.
It is, and yet you're gonna put an Asian mom and portray her in that view. Now everybody's gonna look. Oh, Asian moms are like that. No,
it's almost stereotypical.
But
it's almost a stereotype.
Yeah, you're putting out there that's the stereotype. That's what offends me. Anyways, 5 out of 10. Wakanda Forever. Go check it out, folks. It's okay. I was still entertained. Don't get me wrong. Right? People say you watch movie and I still enjoyed it. I just thought there was a lot of problem with it. But let us know down below what you think. Comment if you've seen it. If you have, what would you give this out of 10? What's the score you would give? What you think of the movie? Do you think that they should recast? That's the number one thing I want to see what people talk about. And so,
can I ask a question before we close it out? This is just for my, I guess, education. Why is it that? Do you know why they changed the origin story of Namor?
I think it's more based because they wanted to be more change the tone of how that character could appear in the MCU. I believe that's why they do it. Or did it?
Because they didn't, because that character and Aquaman in the comics are like clones of each other.
Yeah, it is.
Their origin stories are almost identical.
I know.
Like
very
an Atlantean mother and like a fisherman father.
Yeah.
Like they're the exact same characters.
But Namor came first.
2 years. Yeah. So that character was 2 years before. So I don't know. I guess
that's a good question.
I expect too much. I expect them to be a little more true to the source material, regardless of what agenda there is that they want.
I get
for
it.
whatever character. So
I get it.
but I'm a fanboy and a geek. So
anyways, do you agree with the Namor character being changed? Let us know comment down below. Until next time, folks, we're probably going to do Looking Back, Lord of the Rings soon. I got to get in contact with Aubrey and Jaren, but we'll let you know. But until then, be kind and happy Veterans Day.